first question is, do you want to play with him along?
No, I'm alright, but I'll watch, see how it goes.
Okay, so Allah is the Arabic term for God.
That's true.
It's true?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So do you know the word Allah? You know where it's come from?
No.
It comes from the root word al-ilah, the deity that deserves to be worshipped.
Yeah.
Okay?
So am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
So let's say you got this one right. True. Okay? Islam means peace.
That's true.
Okay? But do you know how you get peace?
Well, you're supposed to go through God.
It's not just go through God. You get peace by worshiping the Creator, by submitting to His will, and being good to the creation and being good to the Creator. First, obviously, being good to the Creator means is you direct all acts of worship, your acts of heart, your limbs for God only.
5 pillars of Islam.
Exactly, and that's how you get peace, by submitting. So very good job, bro. You got 2 right. The third one is Muslims believe in Jesus. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jesus is the second most mentioned in the Quran.
Yes. Wow, you know a lot about Islam, bro. You've been searching or what? Looking into it?
I know a lot.
So how come you're not a Muslim?
I think you're gonna do good.
I'm a Christian.
You're a Christian. Okay. So yes, we believe in Jesus. He's one of the greatest messengers, right? So Muslim must give in charity from his wealth.
That's true as well.
Okay.
Part of the 5 pillars.
Beautiful. Very good. Do you know how much?
I don't know. That's up for debate.
2.5%.
It's 2.5?
2.5%
Really?
of
I
your
didn't
saving
know
in
that.
a year, from the beginning of the year to end of the year, if you don't use that money. Let's say you pay your rent, your car payments, your gas.
In Islam, whether it's after tax or before tax, these Christians always have that.
Yeah, because we in Islam, we don't have tax.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
In Islam, we don't have tax. As
Yeah.
Muslims, we
No,
don't.
But with living here, you
Yeah,
still
you have to pay tax.
So.
Yeah. So the rules are a little bit different from here. That we live in the West here.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically, if you live in the West, then thanks, babe. I don't think that's gonna hold it, but try.
No,
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah. Honey, can you hold it for a second? I can't even get it to stand straight. So the next question is, halal means food that Muslims can eat.
I don't know the definition of halal, but
Okay.
I think it's false.
Okay. What's your name, by the way?
Alex.
Ali. So Alex, basically when we say halal here, halal basically means,
Blessed by God.
it means that when we take meat, we slaughter it for the Creator. So we don't slaughter it for human beings.
Yeah.
So when we have meat and we only take what we need, like for example, we're not allowed to hunt unnecessarily. You understand? We can hunt to feed ourselves, but we can't go around killing animals for no reason
So
at
what
all.
does halal mean?
So halal means is when you are going to take whatever God has given to you, prescribed for you to use. Let's say it's chicken, goat, cow, whatever. First, you don't take unnecessarily. Number 2, you don't abuse the animal. You don't whack him. You don't shoot him. You don't stun gun him. You make sure that you don't kill that animal in front of other animals. You know what I'm saying? So you don't show pain and suffering to the animal. So when you take the animal's life, he's giving a sacrifice for you to nourish your body, and you're doing it purely for God. That becomes halal meat.
So what does the word mean then?
So the word halal comes from being prescribed. It's allowed.
So it does mean food Muslims can eat?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I got that wrong.
Yeah, you got one wrong. Yeah, it's okay though. No worries. I think you're doing more right than wrong, so that's okay. So number here, Muslims fast for 30 days non-stop.
Okay.
They are only allowed to drink water.
Well, okay, Ramadan, you're not allowed to eat and drink during the day, but afterwards you're allowed to.
So this
So
is
that's false then.
false. Beautiful. Very good. So he's got it right. No, he's got it right. Okay. So the Quran is a collection of Prophet Muhammad's saying and action.
I think that's true.
Okay. So let me say that again. Just so you understand what it means, I want to try to get you the right answer. The Quran, the word in the Qurans are a collection of Prophet Muhammad's sayings, what he said, and his actions, what he did, what he eat, when did he sleep, when did he wake up, how did he treat his wives. That's what this question is. Is that true or false?
I don't know, because the Quran's supposed to be directly from God,
Right.
and the Hadith would be more
Beautiful.
So I think that would be false.
Beautiful. You got it. Good. The Quran is a collection of Prophet Muhammad's actions saying, no, so this is false. So he's got it right.
Yeah.
So the the Muslims believe that angels are the daughters of Allah.
I don't know about that one because the jinn, you know the jinn, the Jinn. That's where like
Of course we
the
know
idea.
jinn,
yeah.
So that I don't think those are daughters of Allah. Those are more like spirits.
Yes.
Floating around.
But do you know why?
It's not coming to me right now.
Okay, no problem. So in Islam,
I think
we
that's
believe.
false though. I think that's
Yeah,
false.
yeah, you're right. You're correct. But the reason why it's false, because we believe the creator doesn't become the creation. Means God does not need to procreate. God doesn't need to have children. God is Al-Hayy, the ever-living. Only human beings live and die. You understand? So I need to have children because I want to procreate. God doesn't need to procreate. So that way, anything in creation, anything that's created, cannot have any likeness of God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like human beings cannot be like God.
Yeah.
Angels cannot be like God. So if you're saying they're daughters, that means they have some attributes of God.
Yeah.
So God doesn't share his attributes with creation. That's why God doesn't have daughters. That's why it's false as well. Just to kind of educate you a little bit more than just getting the answers right. So jihad means holy war.
That goes back to it's true and it's false.
Okay.
That's my answer. It's not
No
real
problem.
because jihad does mean in certain circumstances holy war.
Yeah.
But that kind of definition has been changed and altered over time to
Right.
be more or less suitable for the West, right?
So in Islam,
Just like in Christianity, you had the Crusades, right? And then all of a sudden, then they had the crusade of
Right.
getting believers, right?
Right.
And then something different over time. So I want to say now it's false, and before it was in the 1400s it'd be true.
okay. So just so you know, jihad has a very very
So
deep
am I right
meaning.
on that?
Yeah. So jihad is holy war is false. The reason why it's false is because in Islam we're not allowed to have unjust wars. So jihad is only allowed when there's someone is being oppressed, is to go save them or to help them or to stand up for justice.
Yeah, it means a struggle.
Yeah, so in the word
Oh, yeah,
linguistically means
yeah. It does.
so struggle could definitely mean, like, let's say I drink alcohol and
Yeah.
God has forbade Muslims to not drink alcohol,
Yeah.
not to do drugs, gambling, fornication.
Yeah.
So if I stay away from them, that's a jihad as well, right?
Yeah.
So jihad isn't only necessary battles and wars. Yes, there is an element of war in Islam because Islam is not a pacifist religion. Islam is a religion of justice.
Yeah.
Where someone is being oppressed, is to go there and help them. Like America went to, Afghanistan to help women, take them away from oppression, right? They went for a war, right?
Yeah.
In the pretext that they're going to save these women.
Yeah.
Yeah? In the same way in Islam, when Allah, the creator of heavens and the earth, who knows the past, the present, the future, he said if there's something going wrong, if someone is doing something wrong, you need to go and help those people. So in that instant, and that jihad cannot be done with like people. It has to come from a ruler, a leader.
Yeah.
So it has to be from a governed place. It can't be, we don't have wild west in Islam. We can't just go out and take guns and start going on the street like the Wild West. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be very organized. So the word jihad that has taken in from, sometimes the Christians that try to understand Islam in the wrong way. There's nothing holy about jihad in Islam. Okay?
Begin and
Like there's nothing holy about fighting in Islam. So jihad is holy war, is not holy actually. It's unholy Islamically, right? So Islam began in Mecca, Arabia. Yes or no? False or true?
I don't know that one because like
Take a guess.
Muhammad was born had to leave Mecca, and I don't know if that's how you spell Mecca.
Yeah, that's okay.
Mecca. He was born in Mecca. He had to
It's
leave.
an Arabic word.
It's an Arabic
Okay,
word.
so
you
but
pronounce
he had
it.
to leave Mecca and go to that other place. I forget what it's called.
Yeah,
And
Medina.
then they
Medina.
Medina. So
Yes.
I guess it would have been in Medina because
Right.
he went to that cave and he got word from God to go back to Mecca and preach.
Right.
So I think it would be born in Medina. So I think that'd be false.
Okay, so just
Am I wrong?
Yeah, you're wrong.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. Because Islam has been here since time memorial. So the word Islam comes from the root word silim. And when you accept Islam, the one who does Islam is called a Muslim. Like for example, if someone drives the car, what is he called? A driver, right? Yes, in English?
Yeah.
So someone who travels is called a traveler. Like someone who travels in Arabic is called musafir. From safar, safar means to travel. The one who's doing the action is called musafir. In the same way in Islam, whoever does Islam is called a Muslim. So in that context, the first person on earth, which is Adam and Eve, they were Muslims. In that concept, Moses was a Muslim, Jesus was a Muslim. So all of the messengers of God were Muslim because they submit their will and they followed God.
Okay, so
get what I'm saying?
Argument, yeah.
Well, I'm just saying this is from the Islamic context that we believe that all of the prophets were Muslims.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it from a historical context. So
Yeah.
Historically, it would be either Medina or Mecca.
So-
Because either Christianity, Hinduism, Sikhism, they would argue almost the exact same thing, that their religion has been there since one way. So, like, just arguing on a historical context,
Agree.
Islam came
I hear you.
from either Medina or Mecca.
I hear you. So let me ask you a question.
I want my point on that.
Okay, so let me just
Get the chocolate.
yeah, let me ask you a question. Yeah, let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Is history written by the winners?
Oh, that gets real
No,
philosophical.
I'm asking.
Yes, it is.
Right?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is there is a history that you've been given, right? That you believe that, historically this is what it means.
Yeah.
But that's by one narrative.
Yeah.
In Islam, we have another history.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So now we have two competing different worldviews.
Yeah.
In Islam, we believe Adam was a Muslim, Jesus was a Muslim.
Yeah.
You say he's not, right? That's your belief based on something
I'm
you
not
read.
saying he was or wasn't. I'm going with.
But we're saying that from an objective truth.
An objective truth. Okay.
So what's an objective truth for us Muslims? That there's a creator, he's one, he deserves to be worshipped, and he sent mankind guidance through many messengers like Adam, Ishmael, Isaac, Noah.
No, I understand.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they all had the same message, which was La ilaha illallah. Do you know what that means? You know what that means?
I don't know.
It means that there's only one deity that deserves to be worshipped,
Yeah.
and you have to negate all other deities. Like in Islam, the biggest sin, do you know what's the biggest sin in Islam is? Is to ask anyone other than Allah for help who's not able to help you. Like for example, if we ask Jesus for help,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You understand? Can't help you. We can't ask Muhammad for help. We can't ask, peace be upon them
Yeah,
both.
yeah.
But we can't ask people that are not here for help. We can only ask God for help.
Anyway, I really appreciate
No problem.
doing the game.
But you know what? In Islam and Christianity,
Sure. Yeah.
so a little bit to read, okay,
I
bro?
gotta have a
Nice meeting you.
dinner.
Enjoy your dinner,
breakfast
lunch,
with
yeah.
my family.
Thank you.
But anyway, have a great day.
All right, buddy. See ya.
This is a good.
You like it?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay, perfect.